What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the Bitcoin price on the daily chart, and nothing has changed just too much, but we're going to take a look at this potential fractal that has been going on for the Bitcoin price. We've been talking about this for the last few weeks, and we're absolutely mirroring this situation. Now, we're going to take a look at some different levels here. I think that we are going to have that major relief rally, potentially hitting $49,000 before we have the next drop down, and this is only if the volume is going to be low while we are going up. I'm expecting something very similar to this situation. We're also taking a look at the volume profile between the $31,000 and $40,000. There's a huge amount of volume, as you can see, and I'm expecting a very severe bounce around that range. We're also taking a look at the normal volume to check out some different levels here for the Bitcoin price, and also we're taking a look at Ethereum. Nothing has changed too much, or depending on what Bitcoin does, I'm expecting also something very similar to for Ethereum, bouncing round about the $2,800, $900 range, where we might see a lot of volatility. Okay, I'm expecting this projected move to the downside, or depending on the volume, to the upside. So guys, said this, let's dive in straight into this episode. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe daily TA on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I also do live streams to connect with the community. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say. And if you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in, guys. I've just got another couple of days here traveling, and I'll be back to normal by Wednesday, doing live streams and connecting with you guys, checking out some other different cryptos. Now, let's zoom in here on the BTC price, because, you know, we've been talking about this situation now for several weeks. Just when we were having this descending channel right over here, this is when we started to take a look at this, you know, potential scenario, you know, having a massive pump, retesting here the resistance, okay, from the support of this huge channel. Now, let's take a look at the situation, because it does look like that we are going to continue mirroring, okay, this situation. Now, let's take a look by just looking at this, okay. We're going to take a look at where we potentially are just by looking at this momentum, all right? And it does look like that we are around about this area here. So, I mean, it doesn't mean that we need to do the exact same. But anyway, you know, this is kind of an ABC correction also, where we'd found consolidation before we start running up. So, you know, if we just zoom in here on the chart, it is very similar. Let's just go to the 4 hourly. And we know the situation when we have high volume from a severe drop, as you can see right over there, it is very likely that we are going to have a relief rally, and you know, it might be around about the $49,000. Why do I think it's going to be $49,000? So if we take this major drop from the top to the downside, you know, the 62%, 50 to 62%, you know, Fibonacci retracement is around about in between the $48,000 and the $49,000 range, as you can see right about over here. So it would make sense to have that relief rally after a severe drop, you know, especially if we are going sideways. You might see, you know, a decent pump here to these ranges, and or depending, you know, we might see the volume coming up a little bit, but not enough so we can have that V-shaped recovery. I think, you know, unless a billionaire comes in and buys a huge amount of BTC, or we have, you know, lots of traders being extremely bullish at this range, which is very unlikely at this moment, then we will have that major pump and that major volume here. But we will, I think, in my opinion, just because I've seen it so many times, that we might see, you know, a decent pump here with some decent volume coming around about the $49,000, and this is when we want to see, you know, a lot of consolidation around this area. I will be placing some short orders here potentially if we have this price action, because I do see the Bitcoin price having that major leg down potentially to the $38,000. And why do I think this is going to happen? Well, because, you know, this is how the market moves. If I go back to the daily chart, this is exactly what happened right over here. We broke out from this major channel, okay, we retested here the support into the resistance, and this is what has happened very similar. Now, if you do have, you know, a drop with some decent volume. We've had better volume here from this drop. This means that the bears are in control, so they're going to wait for the bull to see if there's any volume on this retracement before, you know, like similar scenario like what happened here, before we have that major drop. Now this drop was you know, a cascade event, because we did see a lot of panic selling. Okay, a lot of people talking about this distribution phase, and I think, you know, this was a chain reaction, because we shouldn't have gone as low potentially, but you know, a lot of panic selling here, taking us all the way down to the $30,000 here on the 19th of May. Now I think there's going to be a very similar scenario, but we're not going to drop as low as potentially $30,000, but I do see us coming down to $40,000, $38,000, and maybe a wick or two below $38,000, having that major volatility. You know the deal, guys. When we are in crypto, we do see those massive wicks, so be careful with trading with this situation. But if you are an experienced trader, remember PrimeXBT has got the best bonus down below. If you use my link in the description, you're getting 50% added to your deposit by using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. You cannot withdraw this bonus. It is used for buying power. I have a full tutorial of PrimeXBT down below. My favorite swing trading platform is Bybit. Now you can get up to $600 worth of bonus by using my link in the description, guys. I get a small commission, you get the best bonus. It is a win-win. Now, what would be the projected move if we do see something like this? Now, I have a tool that I use a lot of the times, and this is the Fibonacci extension. Now, the Fibonacci extension helps you to see an ABC correction. If you take the top here all the way to this being the A, right? This would be the A, and then this one the B, and this would give you a projected move. And usually we do go to the 100%, okay, of the Fibonacci extension to find out the ABC correction. But this had a cascade event, and we went all the way to the 160%, as you can see right over here on the Fibonacci extension. This is where we stopped around about the $30,000 range. Now, I'm not expecting a severe drop down to $30,000. So if we do take this drop over here, let's go to the 4-hourly chart and take the Fibonacci extension from the top to the low part. We still haven't created the B, so we do not know where exactly we could drop, but it would be in between, you know, the 100 and the 160% levels. I don't think we would arrive down to these levels. I think we would be stopping around about the 100 or 120% range, and this is exactly the $38,000 area, as you can see. Okay, this would be the 100% of the Fibonacci extension being the ABC correction, all depending on where the B ends. We do not know how the projected move can be, because it changes all depending on where the B is, as you can see, you know, coming up and down. But if it is around about the $49,000, then $38,000 would be the end of the C, okay, potentially with a little bit of volatility and consolidation before we continue up. This is how I see the projected move. Also, why do I think it's going to be the $38,000? Well, it's very, very clear, guys. If we zoom out here on the 4-hourly or the daily chart, it doesn't matter. You know, we've been talking about this now a lot. The $40,000 range is a major resistance zone, as you can see, and we also have a huge amount of volume profile. This means that there's been a huge amount of volume traded around this zone, and it should be defended very, very well. We usually have bounces. This was a reaccumulation event, and this has been an accumulation event eventually, because we saw the Bitcoin price pop into the upside, going to all the way up to almost the $53,000. If this were to be a redistribution, we wouldn't have been going all the way up here to the $50,000. At maximum, I think we should have been going to the 45, you know, and then continue to the downside, but not having this major run to the upside. So this is why I do believe so that we are going to have, you know, something very, very similar to this situation, unless we have a huge amount of volume now, you know, coming to the upside. Then eventually all of this will be invalidated. But I do see this scenario playing out, having an ABC correction right over here, something very, very similar. The reason why I think this is going to happen, guys, is because it happened right over here. Check out the ascending channel. Okay, this is not something that I'm inventing. This is because we've seen the price action very, very similar here, movement in the past. So this is why I do believe so that something very, very similar will be happening. And the $38,000 range, guys, if we do manage to hit that area, this is where one of the last opportunities, in my opinion, to scoop up some Bitcoin before we continue to the upside. Remember, corrections are good. It is to buy BTC or any assets, especially an asset so bullish as Bitcoin. And this is where we want to start picking up some BTC. I will be placing some long orders on Bybit, guys. Make sure to check out the bonus down below. It's I think about $600, up to $600, or depending on what you deposit. Okay, we will be doing this live on a live stream potentially. I think we won't be going down there until about a week or so potentially. So anyway, I'll be updating you with live streams and daily updates eventually on what I am doing and what I'm expecting here for the price of BTC. Now let's zoom in here quickly just to check out this volume over here on the 4 hourly. Okay, and we did have a pretty nice peak of volume right over here, as you can see. Okay, and then since the 26th of July we haven't seen a volume as high until the 7th of September, where we have this severe drop. Now eventually this is going to be a good volume, a good area where the bulls are going to defend, and this is exactly at the $38,500 range. Okay, this is where we had this 4 hourly close with this decent amount of volume. So this is why also this is going to be an area, this is going to be a buying area. The bulls are going to defend this level. We will be finishing the C correction. Okay, if this were to be an ABC correction, this is where we will see a lot of volatility, consolidation before we continue up. Okay guys, nothing has changed just too much. I'm just expecting that major relief rally to the $49,000 range. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. Also same scenario here for Ethereum. I think that we are going to see also that major correction potentially to the $3,600 range. If BTC does go to the 49,000, then we are going to consolidate. I'm not sure if we are going to be able to get above the $3,650 because this is why I have this purple box. We have a major support area right over there here. In the past, it's also been a resistance. Okay, this has been all from the 7th of May all the way to the 13th, 14th of May, where we've been bouncing as resistance and support. This is why I have this purple box. We also saw some major resistance right over there exactly at the 18th of May, just below the $3,600. So having this major volume to the downside, this means the bears are in control in the immediate short term. We are going to see consolidation, relief rally, and we will be creating a kind of a bear flag here situation, pumping all the way to the 62% retracement. Look at the volume. The bulls are not planning to pump the price just yet. They want to give they're giving access to the bears to push the price lower. In my opinion, we're just going to see a little bit of a relief rally, and then potentially 3,650, where we have this major resistance, and then potentially have another major drop to the 2,800 area, where we might see a lot of volatility, and this is going to be a very, very good buying area because it's been a major resistance zone here in the past. And it's also going to be the 62% levels. Okay, I think the 62% levels is around about the $2,650 range if we take the Fibonacci retracement from this low to the high. So yeah, this is where we're going to see a major volatility buying zone between 50% and 62% golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. This is where we're going to have that leg down and a lot of volatility. It's going to be a major buying zone in my opinion, guys. I'll be updating you with the situation in the next coming days. Remember to join our Telegram group. We've got a community group, and we also got an alerts channel. You'll be alerted with all different type of technical analysis, my videos, as you can see here on the Bitcoinsensus website. We can see this technical analysis. The ETH rally has started. We are expecting the Ethereum to kind of create a double bottom and continue rally potentially to the $3,550, $3,600, and this is what Ethereum is doing exactly at this point. We are having that major bounce, as you can see, like a kind of small double bottom relief rally now. So guys, make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We have the latest technical analysis news. We've got exchange reviews here where you can find out where the best bonuses are and the best fees on different exchanges. And if you haven't seen my Bybit or my PrimeXBT tutorial to learn how to trade on those platforms, there's a video on the screen right now, guys. Thank you for joining in, and I'll see you in the next one.